Got another $1,000 for you in about 8 or 9 minutes. Be listening 4:30. Next chance for you to go fund yourself. And then 5:30 is going to be your last keyword this afternoon. 6:10 is when the Guardians are set to go up against the Reds again. They got beat by Cincinnati last night, and they're only playing 2 games. So it would be nice if they didn't get swept by Cincinnati. Yeah. Be great for Reds fans. They'd be all the way up to 11 wins. Nevertheless.
Can't have 12 wins if you don't have 11.
Yeah, they call that a Cincinnati dozen. 11 wins. Hey, Todd.
Hey,
Hello?
Alan, hate the show.
Todd, how are you? What's going on?
Love you guys, but I hate the show.
Thank
How's
you.
it going?
Hanging in there, man.
I'm good. Hey, 2 of the guys in crew are 6'1" and 6'3". You did know that, right?
I guess I didn't. I can never tell because some people are legitimately tall, but they were a band back in the day that was kind of, they were wearing platform shoes and stuff like that. So,
Yeah. I just wanted to run that by. Yeah, a lot of them guys wear them big, tall platform boots, and they look 7'10", and they're not. But,
right.
Tommy Lee's always been a tall guy.
Tommy Lee's a tall guy. Yeah, all right.
6'3". I know Nicky's 6'1", but anyways, just busting your balls.
Nicky 6. It's short for Nicky 6 feet tall. I think it's what
that's
Todd's trying to say.
Right.
That's what Todd's trying to say. Right. Okay. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate it. You know who this is, Poundcake?
Nope, sorry, I was on the phone.
Oh. You know what band Vince Neil sings for? We were talking about Vince Neil before the break, right?
Oh, God.
Come on.
Skinner.
He always reverts to
we
Skinner.
said it so many times. Mm-hmm. So many times.
You typed it onto my screen when Todd called.
Oh, Motley Crue.
There
you go.
You spelled it C-R-E-W, but I'm not going to hold you to that. You wouldn't know that.
Know.
Yeah, but so anyway, Red Hot, one of my favorite old school Motley Crue songs. Hey, listen, I dug the Crue back in the day. 82, 83, 84. I was with them, boy. I bailed shortly thereafter, but I was way into the Crue back then.
Did you watch Pam and Tommy or no?
No, I haven't. It's just that one got away from me because as more things fill up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Things never stop coming.
There's so
it's like
many
Newman in the
shows,
Mail on Mother's Day. So no, I haven't seen Pam and Tommy. But what people have told me and what I've read is that it was kind of universally great.
I loved it. I thought it was good. I was into it.
You can always leave us messages if you listen to the show on the iHeartRadio app. They are talkback messages. You see that little red button there, and you can hit us up anytime.
Hey, Alan. Nothing makes me want to change the station more than you doing them call-in bits with the voices. They suck. I'd rather hear Poundcake eat gummy worms. All right, bye. Love, Mary. Later.
Hello?
Hey, Bill. Is this a Bill?
Who's this?
This is Frankie. My name is Frankie. Bill?
Yeah, I think this caller might have been onto something.
Hello, Bill.
Listen.
Is this a Bill?
This is Bill. Hi.
You don't want me to bring back Dr. Beauregard Tox, do ya?
No.
All right. First of all, I don't know what he's talking about. I couldn't tell you the last time I did a stupid voice, right? The fact that we might have a number of callers who will randomly call in and regale us with tales of one thing or another.
Right. Sometimes Wilhelmina calls in and has something to say. Sometimes Mozgov wants to talk about how he killed his son with a hamburger he invented.
Right.
And you don't find that interesting?
I guess not.
Bud.
I mean, it's one thing to besmirch my abilities. That's totally fine. You can pile on to me all you want, right? I got thick skin. But how dare you?
He just lost his son.
I mean, I missed that part, but how dare you come after some of our regular callers? I don't know who you are. Thank you for listening, but I don't know who you are. There are people who I know who they are because they call regularly. How dare you come at these fine people like that?
And then to
How dare you?
assume it's Alan doing a voice.
Whatever. Listen, I talk about hoisted by my own petard. Once word got out that I was the man of 1,000 voices, now everybody assumes that I'm doing all that stuff.
Right.
And nothing could be
Further from funny.
further
Further
nothing
from
could
the
be
truth.
further from entertaining than that.
Hey, Alan Cox Show. This is Owen and Willoughby. Wondering if we've heard from Political Joe yet. I really liked when he left all those voicemails in a row. Gotta love when these drunk idiots try to defend their beliefs. I'm not sure what he was doing, but boy, do I want more of it. Whew, what a great guy.
I guess we have to wait for Political Joe to get hammered over the weekend and call in. I like anyone defending their beliefs. Whatever you believe, you have to be able to defend it. A guy like Political Joe, I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
I don't really know what his beliefs are. I just know that he doesn't like us to talk about politics, but wants us to talk about it more, and that he thinks that we're brainwashed even. I don't know.
Hello, Alan Cox. I thought you heard that. Well, you know what? You're liberal pieces. It just doesn't make any sense. What is your problem? You use your platform for your democratic problem? What is the problem in the United States right now? The baby formula thing. And Trump would have a baby formula task force, and there'd be all that. And you know that.
DJ Jake C. creating something for the show there. Oh, it's so silly. So silly. You see, they found some old 18th century headstone wash up on the banks of the Cuyahoga River. That's kind of cool.
How does a stone wash up like that?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
An
That's
old
crazy.
headstone that's all, it's obviously a lot of the engraving is kind of smoothed out. Thaddeus Peck, a headstone from 1781.
Thad Peck, huh?
Old Thad Peck, yeah. 1711 to 1781 is what it said. There's no way to know how long that is that he lived.
You have to be
I guess
a
that would be
super genius.
70 years. Is that close?
I don't like to presume things.
Okay. Richard and John Ryan discovered this as they were walking along the Cuyahoga River looking for an old fishing spot, and they came across an odd-shaped stone and looked more closely at it and cleaned off the muck and everything. It was a headstone for somebody who had been dead for 241 years.
Now, how to get out there? That's what I want to know.
Where was the body?
Yeah.
The stone is so old it predates the founding of Cuyahoga Falls by 30 years. It's even older than the Connecticut Western Reserve settlement in the area in 1796. Because wasn't this whole part of the country called the Connecticut Western Reserve or whatever? Like
Yeah.
the eastern third of the country was all called one thing. So yeah, that's pretty wild. Now, I imagine, if you're part of the Cuyahoga Falls Historical Society, I certainly hope you could do maybe a deep dive on Thaddeus Peck.
And he's probably got some relatives that they can contact and be like, hey, we
Right.
found your great-great-grandpa's headstone.
If you're a local pecker,
Great-great-grandpa.
hit these guys up.
Or peck adjacent.
If you're Peck adjacent, if you're...
If you had some peckers in your past.
there you go.
There you go.
Now hit them up. University of Akron has looked into this. Of course, our own Cody Allen Poundcake Brown is an alum of the University of Akron. Did you ever take any archaeology classes? I know you took oceans and dinosaurs.
No.
Nothing?
No. This sounds interesting, though. I would do archaeology, but I was just trying to graduate by that point.
Have you ever thought about, and I know that you want to make your way in the world of entertainment, but have you ever considered continuing education?
I mean...
Nothing interests you to that level, I assume, maybe, right?
I mean, I would go back and, not do radio again, but, learn more.
Well, you're already in radio.
But I'm saying like maybe get like a master's. I wouldn't go back and like do
a master's of what?
That's what I'm saying. I would have to decide. It would be definitely in communications, maybe like PR or something else.
You don't need to study that.
Okay.
Communications is what cheerleaders study when they don't know what they want to be.
No, but PR is an actual thing that people marketing and sales like I would.
But you don't need to study that.
I feel like that stuff would be fun, like or marketing. Like you have a team and you're coming up with different projects and promoting those.
Yeah, I guess.
So you're asking me, would I go back to school? And this is what I would go back to school for. I'm not going to go back to become a doctor. I'm not going to go back and be
that was my question.
Teacher.
Is there anything off? Like when I was in college, I just studied things I liked because I didn't know what I was going to do.
Yes. Okay, I got one. Photography. I would do that. My mom did it. She said she liked it, but she dropped out.
But but again, that seems like something you wouldn't have to pay for classes for. Like you could teach yourself. I'm thinking of something that like I don't know what I'm thinking.
Did James Douglas go to school for his photography, or did he just pick it up?
I bet he didn't go to school for it.
I don't think he went to school for it. I think he's
he's very successful.
Yeah, I think he learned photography because he used to be a professional skier.
And, he was really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
that. He
that.
got hurt, but he would ski and then he'd take photographs while skiing. So like he was like a live action photographer, and then his skills just developed into more commercial stuff.
Well, that's what you need to do, Poundcake, get hurt.
I tried to help him with that earlier, and he said no.
You got to have an epiphany.
That's right.
When your back's against the wall, even if it's shattered, that's when those decisions come to you. I mean, how common of a story is that along those lines, right? Well, I got hurt or something, fill in the blank, and I had to do something else, and then it came to me, or I fell into this, and I'd love to see Poundcake become an archaeologist.
I think that'd be great. I think that's
the Indiana Jones fedora, the whole thing. Be fedorable.
On people, so.
Huh?
He loves digging up dirt on people. So.
Yeah, right.
Digging up stuff from the past.
Yeah. You don't have to go to... That's what it is. You don't have to go to school for that.
That might be the direction you should go in, is you'd make a good private investigator.
Bitch? A private dick.
Yeah.
He's been a public dick for so long. It would be a private dick.
Private investigator.
What, bitch?
Like
a gumshoe is what they called it.
Now, that's something I could probably learn on my own. I'll probably teach a private investigator a couple things. I'm like, have you ever searched on Facebook? have you ever found out?
Yeah, wait until the private investigators find out about Facebook.
Wow.
I'm just saying. I know exactly when people divorce because I always look at their Facebook photos. 1 minute they're there, and all of a sudden, where'd the guy go? Just disappeared.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
Tweets.
I have a feeling people in the investigative arts are well versed in Facebook by now.
Oh, it made their job so easy.
It did the work for them.
Yeah, Facebook and social media, when they're trying to, because a lot of private investigators are hired to get intel on people, whether it's like workman's comp stuff or divorce stuff. People aren't careful.
Right.
So they just go on their social media and they get all this information and be like, hey, the guy's not really here. Here you go.
Yeah, here's a video of him loading a fridge into his trunk. They go, okay, thank you, Facebook. You did my work for me. Let me give you $1,000 here. You can't do that for yourself. So I'll help. $1,000, a chance to go fund yourself. So listen closely and good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword cash at WMMS.com. That's cash. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
Also, so you want to do marketing or something like that. When's the last time you made like a piece of marketing for your podcast?
It's posted.
I know it's posted, but like when's the last time you made like a promo?
It's posted on my Instagram.
What do you mean?
I had the promo for the Poundcake
for this week.
No, not for this
week. Do you post promos?
The ones that I like, yeah. There are some where I'm like, that's not the best promo. It's not the best representation.
Well, what do you mean? Like you put a clip on your Instagram?
It's a clip, and
okay.
Bill taught me how to work this headliner app, and I use it from time to time. But there are some where I'm like, okay, that's funny to me, but I don't think people are going to think that's funny, and I don't want to post it because then they'll be like, oh.
You can't. Do you think that I think people think this is going to be funny? You
Yes!
can't worry about what people. I have no idea what people think is funny. It just so happens they've kind of been on my wavelength for a long time, and that's good.
And you got to do things.
You just got to
regularly.
shovel coal
Yeah.
into the. You'll go crazy trying to figure out what people want. I have no clue what people want.
And especially with your podcast, you have kind of set topics each week, so it doesn't even have to be that funny. It's got to be something that will get people interested in tuning into the podcast, or at least being aware that you have a podcast.
Is it a clip of the show, or do you go, hey, it's Poundcake this week, blah, blah, blah?
Nope, it's a clip of the show.
Yeah, you should just do like a little thing. Like I cut these things that run in the Rover show. I go, hey, it's Alan today. We're going to do blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't always have the show in my head already. So sometimes it's just like, hey, I want to go see Korn, you know?
But even like the recyclers that we use.
Yeah, recycler promos. But
Those are good promos, and that's kind of what you want to do for your podcast is you go, here, this week I'm talking about UFOs. Even if it's not the funniest clip, there's somebody that's like, oh, I want to hear what Poundcake has to say about UFOs. So you
and he was going to do abortion. You should have
Yeah.
combined him. This week, UFO v. Wade. On the Poundcake podcast.
Now that's got to be a recycler. Yeah, but it's about doing things consistently. So you do the podcast consistently, but you got to promote it consistently too. And I know there's a lot of things going on, but if you make those promos every week, it's going to help.
I mean, that's a part of it.
He doesn't have a lot of things going on. That's the point. He said by his own admission.
Jobs.
What?
He's got 2 jobs.
Yeah, a lot of people have 2 jobs.
I'm just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, but he said he didn't leave his house.
Correct.
Well, you don't have to leave your house to do a promo.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I'll make that a part of that now.
You had to tell him to do that, by the way.
Narrator, he didn't.
I mean, you want people to listen to it, right?
Yes, but there are some episodes where I don't, to Bill's point, I should just post it and...
Yeah, you're overthinking it. You want it to
I do overthink it, but
right.
like,
but that's what I'm saying. You have to stop overthinking it.
There aren't certain times like for the promo that I had posted on my Instagram. Like I just thought that was kind of like off the wall. It was something that happened randomly, and I put it on there because I was like, okay, that's funny. That doesn't happen all the time. But when I'm not necessarily doing the podcast for a promo, so there's not necessarily a time where it's like a punchline. It
doesn't have to be that. It can just be a quick little topic. Again, you're overthinking it. Just take a little bit of a segment, 15 to 30 seconds, chop it out, put some subtitles on it, throw it on your Instagram, make people aware of your podcast. And even I get bogged down, I make all the promos for this show on social media, and I do my stand-up clips. I should do that more for my podcast too. But it is helpful because, again, you're trying to make people aware of it. It doesn't have to be the best thing ever. It's just got to be, oh yeah, Poundcake has a podcast.
It'll do it, and it'll be a huge weight off your shoulders too, if you stop worrying about like, oh, is somebody going to like this? Because let's be honest. I mean, you put a promo on your Instagram, 20 people are going to hit the like button or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
You can't be worried about 20 people.
But you see more views than that. The people that like it are just like, I don't know those people. But
Well, I'm just saying you're going to drive yourself crazy because in the time you're going, well, that's not good. Well, no, I don't know about that. Time's gone by and another day with no promo.
Well, this has been something that I've seen so many comedians not be able to make it as a comedian. Very funny guys, but they're not sending emails to clubs. They're not trying to do anything other than just stand on stage and tell jokes.
You got to hustle.
There's so many things that go into it. Working with Zarna Garg last week, she is only been doing stand-up comedy for 4 or 5 years, but she's doing really well because she is creating content constantly. She's posting stand-up clips. She's posting videos with her, making jokes with her kids, stuff like that. And she's constantly churning stuff. So if you want if you want to make it in this business, you got to make that a priority for yourself.
Just feeding the beast. Mm-hmm. The stuff people like, they'll tell you. The stuff they don't like, they'll tell you. Who cares?
Right. But you're never going to know what they like and what to show them if you don't share anything with them. And that's the key.
The audience will always tell you. Some people are really averse to an audience telling them. No, I've told listeners before, I said, an audience will never dictate to me how this show goes. The show's about what I find entertaining, and if you do, I hope that's the case, but blah, blah, blah. But an audience will tell you what is funny about you that you might not have considered.
Right.
Along the lines of you saying, I don't know if this is funny or if this is good or whatever. None of us would ever get anything done if we were obsessed with what we did was good.
Right.
I don't even know what that means, right? It's just like, this is what I think is funny. If you don't, you'll go somewhere else. I mean, bummer, And if enough people do that, I'll have to pack my crap and move to another city. That's just what it is. You won't have to do that. You don't have that pressure. Just be like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably look around something like around here before I would just up and leave. Just because I know nothing is guaranteed, but again, I want to have as much preparation as possible before I make a leap like that.
But how much is necessary?
When I'm mentally...
But again, also, what do you do? We could go in these circles all
we're
day.
going circles. But anyway, promos are a good idea.
Do stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to break. You want to text 35192. If you watch live at alancockshow.com, you can see all the stuff there. And anywhere you are, you're listening on that iHeartRadio app, and we'll be back.